Welcome back to the channel. Pilot Ryan here with the giant Axial SCX6. We're going to do the servo upgrade. I'm using the Spektrum S9120BL. We're going to get right into it. I've got everything I need to get it done. I've got the MIP drivers required, a 1.5, a 2, and a 2.5. And I actually have some Loctite, and then of course the bits and bobs that come with the servo itself. And make sure you have the parts bag that came with the truck, because you're going to need those adapters for the servo. Horizon Hobby actually has a video where they do this install as well, and I'll put a link to it in the description. I totally watched it to learn how to do this, full disclosure. But check out Bobby K and I's run in the woods. He's got the silver one, I got this one. We took it out, ran the creek bed, got it wet and dirty, just had a blast. And I can't wait to run it again with this big dog in here. So links to all this stuff in the description. We're going to get right to it because honestly the sun is shining. It's the middle of November and I want to get this done so I can go play with this thing and share that with you. I got a wood pile out front. We just had a guy bring firewood. I'm going to see if I can get over that, and we're going to take it to the RC Fun Park in Granger, which is a hobby shop that's fantastic. I'll put a link to its address and everything as well. So if you can't get here personally, locally, then you can always click the link in the description and know that you're supporting the endeavor over here to share our RC life. All right, thanks so much. Let's get into it. I've already pulled the body clip, so this is going to be easy to get this off of here. Big, massive body. We've got loads of content on this. Check out the Instagram and all my socials. I'll link them in the description. Just been having a total blast. So it looks like a 2mm hex to get off this. You can see the big servo right there that's coming out. And then there's one down there deep too, so there's 3 of these to get out. And there's your access to everything right there. So that whole piece comes right off and gets you to your ESC and the receiver right there. Now we're going to undo the 4 screws. Then we're going to flip it over and undo the linkage. Now we're going to undo the linkage, and that's with a 2.5. That is beefcake. Love it. Now the servo is out. We can get it unplugged. Unfortunately, it's the bottom one in there. So there's that. Next thing we're going to do is take this off because we're going to use this arm. What I want to do next is center the servo that's going in. So we get our wire out from the package. This is only going to go one way. It's keyed in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And fits nice and snug. You can center the servo with a smart checker if you have one. I don't have one on me, so I'm doing it this way. And then the button for the ESC is right here. So now I'm just simply going to plug this in, making sure the polarity is correct, and it's gonna look a little bit different from the wire going in, right? So the dark wire comes towards me, orange wire towards the writing on the receiver. And that centered it. So I'm centered, I'm good to go. Now I can turn off the truck. And put this arm on. So you can see this is how it goes. Right here, like this. So 2mm hex, and you don't stop. And you can tell they had already used a little bit of Loctite to install this. So we're going to definitely use a little bit as well when we put ours back on. Wow. You know how it is with servos. You get them centered the best you can, and sometimes it's just all about those teeth. Okay, this did not fit on these are different sizes, just barely bigger. I used a vise and a hammer, completely unconventional methods to make this work. I'm not sure if the other upgrade servo might be better fit, but I went with this one because it had more, the specs were preferable, so I went with this one. But this is hard to get on. And again, if you're not willing to do some, what I consider slightly unconventional, I mean, who wants to beat on a brand new servo, right? Just be aware of that. And the arms that come with this are plastic. I mean, you know, so you want this. So something to be aware of. And for what it took to get on there, honestly, it's on there so good, I don't even need a screw. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So, hilarious. Just some Loctite. That's a little more than I need, probably. All right, just some on the threads there. Yeah, this thing is not going anywhere. Hilarious. But it sounds great. I didn't hurt anything beating on it, but I totally took it out to my vise and pounded that on. And it goes, but whew, not nice if you can help it. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is get with our parts bag from the kit, and we need this right here, from what I understand, to make this work. So we'll see what that's all about here in just a sec. There is the original servo mount. And of course it's bigger because the original servo is a little smaller. So that is what's coming out, and this smaller one is what's going in. 2.5 hex, and you don't stop. The big openings go down and aft, and then your screws for the mount go here, your screws for the servo go there. There we go. Slides right on there. Easy. So we've got our mount in. Now we can go ahead and install our servo. The wire goes forward. And this just simply gets finagled down. And it's, I mean, a perfect fit. And you've got just enough wire to get it done. But I'm going to go ahead and get this plugged in. And pay special attention to the polarity because the wires are different colors. But this is exactly what you need here. And then all my wires need to come back in. The seal. And I'm going to push them all down. Now, there is not a lot of slack on this line, but it has to stay out of the way of the box because your engine cover is the cover, the receiver box. You really have no other choice, so that's what it is. It's a very tight fit there, but it's doable. And I'm probably going to put some silicone seal right there on that area too. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the servo battened down before I flip it over and do the linkage. 2mm hex. There we go. I just want to get it started because such an endeavor to get it, the wire situated. I want to get this right. Oh, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, same screws. Gets this servo installed. Nice and tight, but not crazy. You are just screwing into plastics. I'm so excited to see this thing with this servo. And you can get a little bit more torque out of your servo if you're willing to change the voltage through the ESC to the higher setting. I think it's defaults at 5. I'm not sure. Somebody tell me in the comments down there. Perfect. With the round side of the driver. This, I'm doing the best I can. Like I said, I'm going to do some silicone or something there. I have some waterproof sealant here, clear silicone. I'm just going to use a little bit on the box because I like getting these wet, especially right here where it seems to, where the wires come through. I'm pretty happy with that, actually, right there. I feel pretty good about that. Alright, 2mm hex. Once again, I'm going to hold this down and firm and get this squared away nice and tight, because this big engine cover is the receiver box. Nice and tight, but not crazy. So now the last thing I'm going to do is the linkage here, and it gets the big bolt through it, and this is going to be a 2.5er, and not a bad idea to put Loctite on it. They had some on it, you can tell. Pretty easy, honestly. Again, the Horizon video was very helpful, and I'll put a link to it in the description, as well as links to my MIP drivers, the servo itself. Keep in mind, it's pretty tough to get that servo arm to fit on there. And with that being said, you want to definitely make sure you've got your servo centered before you do it, because if you had to do what I did to put mine on the new servo, you won't be taking it off, more than likely. Just saying. All right, I've got a wood pile freshly dumped that I am going to go try this on in just a minute. Stand by for that. And I'm going to get this started, I think, by hand, so I'm not cross-threading it. And I'm pretty sure that's why the gentleman at Horizon waited to... You can actually, I think, get yourself a little room this way too. There we go. Get clear of that diff and you're good. You can go kick the wheels over and you can get it. I'm so excited to try this outside, that we're gonna get it buttoned up right now and give it a whirl. That means I'm gonna get my battery strapped in here and get ready to give it a shot outside. And then we're taking it to the fun park. Yeah! Because I need some stuff. And the fun park is a wonderful place to be. You should check it out sometime. Radio on. You know what, that's fine. We're gonna leave it kicked over like that. I just hope I don't break my finger being in the way. Oh, you see that? Straighten itself right back out, no sweat. A little bit of weight on it. That's great. That's great. And all I had to do was reverse this on the radio, and good to go. Yeah, guys. Oh my gosh, let's get it fired up. Oh, okay, that wraps it up for the install. I'm buttoning this baby up right now because I'm gonna go try it right now. You wanna see the clips before I'm able to edit up a video to see how good the servo does? Follow me on Instagram. Links are in the description to the products I use to do this, my socials, all that stuff. We are full throttle RC over here, so stick around the channel, because if you do like RC, this may be a place to be for you. We enjoy having you. Hit me up in the comment sections if you have any questions. And if you're close to Granger, Indiana, come and see us. I'll put a link in the description to that location as well. Let's button it up. Sounds good. Guys, it's worth the trouble, especially if you really like the finesse and the technical climbs. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you.